In this video, we're going to talk about the 5 ways that women actually test men to see if they're the type of men that meet the criteria that they're looking for. A lot of women will do at least one of these 5 within the first 1 to 3 dates. And if you don't recognize it, you're probably not going to be with her for long. She's probably going to leave you for the next guy. So not only do you have to be able to recognize when she's giving you the test, you have to be able to pass the test, okay? And like I said, it's pretty simple. I'm giving you the answers for free. I'm telling you what to look for and then what to do if you see yourself in that situation. And so there's pretty much no excuses. If you watch this video until the end, the last one especially is the one that a lot of guys make the mistake on and a lot of guys get disqualified. If you're wondering why she didn't text you back, if you're wondering why you didn't get her, I'm pretty sure it probably has to do with one of these 5, okay? Number 1 is the flake test. If you set up a date, if you're talking to a girl, whether it's Tinder, you met her in person, HEB or whatever, and you set up a date and she doesn't show up to the date, it's pretty much what they call a flake test. She might hit you up afterwards and be like, oh, I got busy. She might hit you up afterwards and be like, oh, something came up, whatever. But pretty much at the end of the day, it's a test. It's a test to see how much respect you have for yourself. It's a test to see how much you respect her. It's a test to see how many women you have available and what kind of mindset you have. If you're easily letting women flake on you and just do what they want and only hit you up when they want to or only hit you up when it's convenient to them, it's probably not going to last. She's probably going to, like I said, leave you for the next guy. Okay, so if you ever see yourself in a flake test, if you ever see yourself, making dates with a girl and she doesn't show up, there's only one thing you do. Okay, well, there's 2 things you can do. There's only one thing that I do because I don't really handle that. If a girl ever rejects me, not even necessarily rejects me, but if a girl ever, ghosts me or flakes on me, anything like that, I just take it as a rejection. I just go on with my life. Okay, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? And then she try to hit me up afterwards. Most of the time I don't even reply. But if I feel like it, sometimes I'll send her a message saying, hey, that was disrespectful. And, that's not going to stand. So good luck and goodbye. Okay. The second thing you could do is pretty much be like, hey, I like you. I want to see you. And what you did is disrespectful. You do something like this again, you're getting cut off. So it pretty much shows her, hey, not only do you not get 3 chances, but at best you get 2 and you use one up. So be careful because next time you do this, it's a goner. You might have not known that, this is something that I don't take politely. So I'm going to do the one thing, give you the benefit of the doubt and communicate that to you. Now that you know, now that we're on the same page, next time you do this, you're getting cut off. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Number 2 is the jealousy test. A woman, most of the time, is getting attention by a lot of guys. So sooner or later, you might see a guy looking at her. You might see, guys trying to DM her. You might see guys just saying that she's pretty, whatever, But the thing is, she's going to try to test to see how you react. The thing about the jealousy test is that most guys will show that they're jealous. Most guys will show that the woman actually influences them emotionally and has that much leverage over them. The one thing that you do, the one way that you handle this is to pretty much not show any emotion. If a woman is showing you all the DMs that a guy is sending her, if a woman is showing you, of a guy's coming and trying to, talk to you, do whatever, you just don't let it get to you. Because the one thing that I used to always say is like, no matter how many DMs how many guys are in your DMs, you're in my bed. No matter how many guys are sending you DMs, my thing is in your mouth. So it's like at the end of the day, those guys can send as many DMs as they want. Those guys can tell her as beautiful as much as they want. But at the end of the day, she's with me. She's laying down with me. She's sharing her body with me. So it's like at the end of the day, who's winning? What is there to be jealous of? You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I see it. But like I said, a lot of guys will take that to heart and be like, oh, they get insecure. But for me, it's like, okay, if she's really trying to make you jealous, there's no need to get jealous. And if it's getting to the point where it's disrespectful and she's just doing too much, you call her out on it. Hey, it's not going to be tolerated. Oh, if those guys are all hitting you up, go to one of them. If you want to show that you got all these niggas, go to them. That's fine. I got bitches. So it's like, say, either we're going to be with each other or you can go be with somebody else. And that's pretty much it. Okay. Number 3, a woman will test you by asking about your past relationships. So she's going to be like, oh, have you ever been in a relationship? What's your longest relationship? Oh, why didn't it work out? What was the problem? And like I said, this is the test because if you're a guy, you can even use this test on women. And then the one thing that you will always know, one thing that you always hear is that women will never be the problem. It's always the toxic ex. It's always the bad boyfriend. It's always the bad somebody, and it's like never their fault. So pretty much at the end of the day, you got to do the same thing. You got to do the same thing. If she ever asks you, oh, how was your past relationship? Oh, it was fine, You don't say anything negative about it. Oh, we just went our separate ways or we outgrew each other. Or I got more mature or, this is what happened or blah, 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 blah. And it's like, at the end of the day, you just make yourself look positive. You don't talk about all the negative things. If you cheated on that girl and she broke up with you, you don't mention that part. You know what I'm saying? But if you're buying that girl flowers and taking her on dates, you do mention that part. Okay? And like I said, at the end of the day, she wants to know about your past because like for me, a lot of women will be like, oh, you just do this often, huh? Because sometimes whenever I go talk to a girl, whenever I do the whole routine where, I'll match the girl or I'll go invite a girl to dinner and then we'll go out to eat, go have fun and then bring back to my place. And it's just like a routine. And I've done it so many times where it pretty much just not necessarily subconscious, but it just flows smoothly. So pretty much some of them will just be like, while they're in the process, not that they'll snap out of it, but they'll realize dang, I'm already headed to this dude's house. How did we even get here? Whatever. And it's all natural. I know, like I said, no roofing, nothing involved. But it's one of those things where they're like, dang, you do this often, huh? Dang, you're pretty good at this. What are your other relationships like? Oh, why don't you have a girlfriend? I'm pretty sure a lot of girls want you. Oh, you know how it is. I've been working on myself. I've been trying to start my businesses. I've been trying to do me. I can't take care of myself. How am I gonna take care of a woman? I always want to be. What I'm saying? Don't even get me started on that. But at the end of the day, like I said, she's gonna test you by asking about your past relationships. And what you always say is something positive. You never say anything negative. Why? Because it makes you look bad, and you never want to make yourself look bad. Okay. Number 4, it's the hard to get test. A woman is gonna, play the hard to get game. Why? Because every woman wants to feel like, she's being chased. Every woman wants the whole relationship to feel like a game. If she just gave herself up to you, it'd be boring. If you just gave yourself up to her, it'd be boring. There has to be some type of chase. I'm not saying you can't chase her, but my thing is, if she's chasing you, there's nothing wrong with the push and pull. She can pull you, you push, she pulls, she pushes, you pull. There's nothing wrong with, her complimenting you and then you complimenting her back. There's nothing wrong with being flirty and nothing like that. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, if she's pretending like she's the prize, if she's acting like, oh my God, this nigga is so lucky to even be here and talk to me right now, it's okay, you just pretty much got to cut her off. The thing is, most guys are going to play that part, as in, most guys are just happy to talk to certain girls. Most guys don't get laid, so when they do ever get a girl, they're like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, they pretty much fangirl over them. So the one thing you can't do is just let her know that you got bitches. If she wants to act like she's so hard to get, like I said, you just tell her, oh, if you got so many guys, go. I got so many girls, there's no problem. At the end of the day, if you're that hard to get, either I got you, or you're that hard to get and let somebody else try to get you. I don't know what to tell you. Either you're the prize that I got or I won, or like I said, somebody else wins the prize and that's their problem. You know what I'm saying? Let them get the rewards, okay? But at the end of the day, you just don't let it get to you. That's on them. You just let her do what it do, okay? This is the last one, and this is one of my favorite because this is, I feel like, how women subconsciously and women manipulate men but don't realize that they do. And this is the one that I actually use to my advantage because it's one of those things where one time I heard a thing that was pretty much saying that it's one of the quickest ways to get somebody to trust you or open up to you or feel like that they you guys have an emotional bond or relationship is to get them to do a favor for you. And depending how big the favor is, it's most of the time people will tell themselves, oh, I'm not going to do a favor for somebody I don't like. So most of the time they're going to be like, oh, I like this person, I respect them, we're friends, whatever it is going to be something positive. So the last one is pretty much the favorite test. And so what woman is going to do is, a woman is going to hit you up at 2 in the morning and be like, oh, hey, can you come help me with my tire or something like that? Or she can be like, oh, she can call you and be like, hey, I need help moving my couch tomorrow, can you come in? And like I said, I fell for this a lot of times. That's why I actually learned it and now I use it to my advantage. Because back then I used to think it was one of those pointers where I'd be like, oh yeah, I can come and be the plumber. Oh, you need your TV mounted? Oh, you need a mover? You know what I'm saying? For me, that was oh, that's an excuse to be in her house doing whatever. But the part that I never really understood is that she pretty much is using that as leverage. She pretty much was trying to see oh, if I whistle at the dog, if I go, how fast will he come pretty much? And kind of like the cat's going to show up and be like, oh, I'm here. Where's the food? Where's the whatever? So if she just says, and then you come and you show up and you're like, oh, I'm here. Where's the coochie? Literally, the cat heard and it literally showed up. You know what I'm saying? So not only does actually, like I said, this is what women try to do to you, but you can't fall for the favors test. So what do? If a girl invites you to, come help her move the couch or whatever, what do? Most of the time you just say no. This is the rule of thumb for me. If it's a small favor, you say yes. If it's a big favor, you say no. What do I mean by that? If she asks you to come over and fix the couch or move the couch or something like that, automatic no. If she tells you to come over and fix a tire or something like that, automatic no. But if you guys are together on a date or whatever, and she's like, oh, I got to fix my shoe, can you hold my purse real quick? Or if she's like, oh, can you hold my phone while I go to the restroom or something like that, that's totally fine. Those favors, any day of the year, you can do. That's no problem with that. I'm not saying anytime she asks you a question, can you do this for me? You just freak out and be like, oh, no, I can't do anything for her. That's not the thing. The thing is, all the small things you can do it. Why? Because there's no, like I said, you're showing that you know you can be you're not like a rude, fucked up person, because nobody wants to be around somebody that's rude 24/7. It's like that's just not it. So my thing is, you're showing her that you're not rude. You're showing her that you have nothing going against her. You're not insecure. And if she wants to go to the restroom, that you can put your phone in the pocket. Oh, if she's about to tie her shoes, you hold the purse. There's no problem with that. Why? Because 2 seconds later you get back to her. But the car thing, the house thing, moving the couch, that's too much. You're too invested, and she knows that you can come get it at any time. Because when she asks you about the purse, whatever, any time of the day, you can say no. You can also say no. And even if it's something so small, you can say no. And it's like I said, at the end of the day, you have the power. You have the leverage to be yes or no. You're the one that decides when you want to do it. You're the one that decides if you're going to do it. And like I said, women will try to test you using all these 5 methods, and you have to know what to do when you're in that situation. Because if you don't, she's going to take advantage of you. And you never want to get taken advantage of.